Onsiambo haya ITV abraso say ne efiada anopa. And then so akwakoye da chese esiye pa 31st October 2025 anopa ya bai nsmawo ro yensaka no ne bechiring na mu di amount no nsia ebremu ekasebo na ne ene da etwa October busumi tukra na chese wochina yesi November mu na chese busumi enu a na afe no akone wiye anopa nsmawo ro abete ewo kasebo mu bi ene se Mampeni John Dramani Muhammad Yakotudwa awo France sensem twofo fa hodi no Ghana man bekoso ahwe abo ho ban MSP asita so afọ bia pomden sem so have minister wura community kando enso akasa ede nsem ahodo ede atu edwa na wanyeni a owo eye abontem na na sechi akomia tutu eye ampama otosumienu na nanso akasa ede afa ne yefre no eye pollution titru ne plastic ya egu monten so hadwen nsem pinu an kan sam we hu an pai ye be chim se no nsia brem kase bom me am de nsem nche mu ba wakwamu ye fam so bipo ofori amanfo so bipo afi nsem no nche mu ni Ghana man Penny John Dramani Mahama gogo pie mu ewo France Paris ye di kankan wasam e di atrew na wakasa na wachim se Ghana sanye ebrina nyina no ye hwe eboa mansam twefo freedom omfa hodi e na afi nso no se ye promote credible and independent journalism no etumi ye adwuma ewo Ghana no because so ahwese because so abosa ne nyina ho ban na no kasa 2025 Paris Peace Forum asemti kura na daso no na omo hwe eye se ye tonkra emudi a womu e na afi nsamtwefo so mbetumi aye kwantin kura no motumi aye omo adwuma no eno na mampani chim se Ghana de no de ye demufu a because so ahwe se sa medi ne betumi akoso ewo Ghana mamu.
The time has come for all of us to translate our shared ideals into tangible action, to demonstrate genuine commitment to supporting public interest media and safeguarding the integrity of information. Together, we must work to win the global war against misinformation and disinformation. We leave this conference reminded that disinformation is not an abstract issue. It is shaping elections, it distorts public health response, it fuels conflicts, and undermines the fight against climate change. A decade after the Paris Accord, falsehood continues to erode public confidence in science and policy. If we're to build a sustainable planet, we must also make an informed public. Likewise, the dawn of artificial intelligence has transformed the information landscape. While AI offers immense opportunities for innovation, it also amplifies the risk of misinformation and economic disruption. Deep fakes, synthetic media, and algorithmic manipulation are reshaping what our societies perceive to be the truth. Our collective task must therefore be to harness AI responsibly, to promote transparency, and to ensure that technological progress strengthens rather than undermines public trust. As we close, let us be clear. Independent journalism is not a luxury, it is a public good. When journalists can hold their governments accountable, societies flourish. When truth is defended, peace is preserved. And when citizens can access reliable information, democracy endures. So the message from this conference is unmistakable, that the world must invest in truth as deliberately as it invests in infrastructure, in energy or defense. The cost of inaction will be far greater than the cost of those commitments. And so finally, let us leave Paris with a renewed determination to support journalists and institutions that stand for integrity and accountability, to demand transparency and ethical responsibility from digital and AI platforms, and strengthen international cooperation to protect information as a shared global asset.
Yantu aso nsama from one na emrasem dwem kasamafo anasa chiamehene owura aban suma na Kingsford Bagbin ene wakasa na de kokobode amemrese bedwafo a efiri na wotwetwe mu na omo ekwa omugim kakra omo baaye no tamese bebrenu anu mamrase bedwem ho bebrenu anso oba ne wochena wo machese absenteeism ene ekoso nka ne kosku achese nkofo ye absent pa saa na omde akokodu mrase bedwem ho na speaker buofu na wochim se hwe me ameti akonwo mensuso saa de ni su tom so baba mrase dwam ne nyina transna dwenwe o man ne ho ene ade baako anansa wo so made ya wakonwa no mehwe se ebefiri wonsa na by election kra no a yakwa akoye speaker den sem wetu dwa eye wuku ade twam yi na o chim se ha no so mba yi obehwe mrase dwam na wa ye hwi enzo nkrofo ye MPs pa na omo nenam na omo ye ne omo pe sa de ndi won so
We decided that we will sit in the afternoons so that you can take the morning to attend to committees, prepare your reports, attend to your constituents, and that by 2, then you'll be ready to sit. Again, that's the period you can also interact with the ministries, because there is a time established by law for public servants to report to work and to close from work. And so that is a good time for you to have the opportunity to interact and chase things for and on behalf of your constituents. It's for these good reasons we decided to start sitting at 2. I also encourage the fact that the time people are working, they may not have opportunity to observe you and participate in whatever you do. But in the evenings, they have the opportunity to sit, watch, advise you, and also make some inputs. That, again, we are not taking advantage of. I'm saying this for the last time. I've given directive to the clerks at table to take the records for this meeting. And please, we have the standing orders. We know what they say. We'll be taking action to make sure that we compel members to sit or to be considered to have vacated their seats.
Yanjwa so wa pomode ensem mu a na so for hwe pomode ensem so me health minister owura akobra binta kando de atudwa se aban no abon homode ahwesem medical training na nasantete ya yedema oye apomode efo nditru ne doctors ne nurses non ya de omo sanemu emana kofem pa sa na be ya obi a wo doctor ni abetumi aben eye entete bia ben wo na so tumi akwakoje entete we ya de a wo chim se dwumedi efe no Ghana Medical Trust Fund unasa Mahama Cares Initiative no eno emu ena yebefa ebenye sadwedi enu nti no colleges of physicians doctor for entity ye bia no omo ba behese ebi betumi akọ hohoi ebi bekọ wa ebi bekọ bolgatanga enu betumi abo ma doctor ni bia won potem wonom no so be so kọtọ na desua so no sanso ye adwuma ka ho a obetumi aye na enimanimu ya na sentempa so betumi abo ma pomode wonsam etumi akodanim e wo Ghana mayimu.
At the moment, the training is centralized in Accra, but fortunately enough, we have secured some kind of funding, and that is going to be taken from the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, the Mahama Cares. So you know, the Mahama Cares is dedicated towards the funding of non-communicable diseases. So we are in touch with the college, and the college has indicated that there's a huge gap about specialists treating that particular disease. And so as part of the act, it is one of the mandates of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund to fund the Ghana College of Physicians to be able to train more specialists. And so this next year, we are going to, spread them to Wa, Hohoi, and then Boko, right? Bolga. So we are going to start with these 3, regions, and then we'll roll it on and on and on.
Yanjwa so enimo na wohene a owo eye abontem nana sechi akomia tutu ampam a otoso minu na nana dia dudwa jimse community initiative ekoso dwumedi because on potem ho ni nyina mpo no women empowerment dwumedi ebeboa ma dwumatumi aba na afenso eboa ma dwumi ate onyabuburo nso ase na asa aboa ma ahunni mapatumi akoso sese miensa na omde ye dwuma ewo no ojem se boso miensa ntete ye de ma environmental training program bi ekoso oboso ntwi district ni emu ni nyina ne so mo hwe se be ya ma e betete mu na mode eye bottle ibi bottle ye nsuo mu aya no nsuo de wie no ene note nko a keke betumi de sidan betumi de structures ahodo e ma ye fe yi pa nje no ndete e no mde ma e obosom twimpotem ho a na chirim se beboa e ma onani etumi akoso na adwuma nso aba.
When I ascended this stool here at Abontem, I found that there's a very big unemployment situation here. The youth, the women, most of them were unemployed. Aims at ridding or sanitizing the environment of plastic waste. If all these were collected from disposed plastic water containers, and we are converting them into buildings.
Maybe a one ewa Abontem eno no wo Bosomtwe district no emu ewa Santemantemu wo Bosomimi ensan churchra one mo ekogye no eno etimi abon papa menei wo mankasa etimi e de plastic kika nema de si ani etimi e de sidan we na ya de wonum e na etimi aboa ma plastic si age e monten so afa ma monten efini ade no wonum ahwe esia ne sainti no wo mfoso akonya so ene samchofo edin komo
yenyina isidan ni bi yesanso wo blog no bottles no yedi na tishim de dade ewo e ma na yedin eno na yedi isidan nti ye ne wa nyina ma ne mema mienu na kan hu nyina yitimisi yetimi eye hu bibia aboa me ne mema no ebi anya bia ne ebi to aduane ma me ba bi di me ba mi so kosko na bi kosko so me bi eyi ma me nana no ma de kosko kokoye ye to book school ma yetimi to mano awo timi disua ade entimi so mi to ho emmom ho abonfia se adwuma we enye mame masom pintin mi giram
tine wu o machi no plastic ni bia o mde sidan no na wu enye design o maya ho plastic no adan na fe ho sa no ya just ne enko animon na Sanji Regional Executive said ma NDC National Democratic Congress o mu chim sem disciplinary committee bi wo ho no mo a mde pinifo bi kwa gina no the district pa any Odotobiri branch no na kura no constituency secretary no communication officer Andrews Kwache no mu chim se wo makasa de tie DC owura yima no obin ne nyida ne se na no owura Kwachi yensamtwofo nhyiemu e de fa 24-hour market ya e be ko so man nan ho e na o chim se ade no se jokobu na eko e na DC ya hwa amamde ko man nan ahwa na ade asokwanda no wo machenchena enti entwe yi o se ade so body DC se bridge ba ko a elinki ye jokobu bridge ni nso ebu sesi akura no 24-hour market yi enu kura ka no fa majokobu yi enti tiese so bodo de abo DC yi pa na no ene perifo ho ejemi se da bi e ba sa de na ejese anko yi wa bo DC so bo ma bro so no nti obe from e won perifo ni
press conference no amoye no kura no contractor no na ho a wo be hwe breach ni se ombe ye nti e ka kire ni se ye busa omo se press conference ya amoye ye ye hu de eko until constituency executive ya shia na say no press conference na moye no ye nipa ba kun 28 na ye constituency no ye mu bia free ma kwa press conference there me as a constituency chairman me ne mo hwe until me free constituency executive meeting say amombre na yembusa bia executive ni go ha ya bo ma amani ana ya ba ya no mu dodo na constituency executive ba kun 21 there omo say omo nim ho hwe na ada ka no nti press conference amoye no so omo ana moye press o na mu e bae nti ya ma kwan se obi anya de enkasa nti obi a kire na adwe nti decision ya take ni se sa press conference na amokoye no omo agu Odotobiri NDC animas efi se party no ye ni mu nyina na ye party no enti me mbasa nipa kakra bi aba fa omo ho se amokoye press conference abra mo ambo executives na amane
Aban Krachi a wo Amansia Central District no emu eritu dwase sa na montuwe enye wono nko a na emom no nipa bie bo na chidom a assembly ni nyina ka ne ho anenei watimi aboa ma eba enkrotoa bi a Jacobu aka ho bie ya kwansin ba ya 14 mil 18 ena afei ye kaka ho no wo mahwe atimi aboa ma ene won betimi atuso na mo ede ama wo mu
obia wonim local governance ene se ne decentralization city ene se assembly juma na nchese city no onim se nipa bako bia no betimi ede ne nse se ne bo se mekoye project yo ana se project yo ha abaye the project ne ba na so disca ne ba se e fa nya juma assembly won hye bibra ye fam ansana ye nya decision ana se yakase ye we wo ha na se we wo na se we wo ha ni nyina akọwie se ya fa se ni nyina mu no ye de ye budget to ye work plan e bibia ko general assembly meeting ene yakọje atum ansana ye timi de aye adwuma medianum general assembly meeting ho ne ye kopie ya ekoba se assemblyman page ba se ye move ho ne ye discuss ne ye hwe ye de market ne beko eho ena obia opese ye de market ne ko ne pesu aso e de bae e ma ye bobo ho no na government appointees NDC ma e wo hobi ye youth organizer na oka press conference no or ya appointee no wo hobi ohudi e course nyina
ne kwakra mu no wo ru Asante Samuel a wo ye communication team member
me ko ayi radio so Monday me ko Nkomo FM e wo Anyankwanta Tuesday me ko Don Peace Wednesday me ko Bekwai Des FM Thursday me ko ayi Asida FM ni nyina me ko twaloto ansa na me de akwa yesa adwuma we nyina obi ama me kaple that's here the motor abless ye mfanye party adwuma wo de am akonta obi anka hwe no wasa be use me e de ma be ye nkutu adwuma we sei ama ene bi na mba bia obi ehia me no de tag me say ni disi so that say eti dia me pesa me kire say me no say dia de na tie no saa na me ka no kre oni me say me wo ka kire me anka saa de we kre bia ka ma so
yantua so na yenko enimu am Asante mantem so mpofacha me eye fifini mantem so afo Central Regional Minister Honorable Eko Panyin ena wakasa chim se suba bi koso ewo aban apom dia ya resabia hodo na ntwa ye kra na nyina ne se eye medical professionals ni ebie wo mo efa eye bronya ho no mo wi apa no nyina nso ye dwo wa ban hospital pa enso bi ba na yade bi oso yade we dia ha de ase entumi hwe wonim ma menche ba bi na ko wate oboa wo no ane private hospital we bi and another video audio commission edro yi bi wo ho pa nso akwo be woni maka che aban ni bi ndu ba de ma mentwe ma so no hospital we na fu ni che we straight na kwato edro ni bra o ba na kwato ho no ma menje u kotwa scan kotwa sa center we ntwa ho a menje ni nyina ne so mo de o ma bi no e na o mo de gu aban adwuma e wa ho no ne no e Central Regional Minister Honorable Eko wo chiri chim se sa suba na subanfo ntwa yi omani ebedi ekiri odi se mo nyina twudwa wabra na ye 48 annual conference e kosom eno ko a continuing professional education program no Association of Health Service Administrators Ghana mo ya kopi mu ewase.
We are in the midst of people who are ethical and are ready to support this government to succeed in the area of health. A lot of interventions are being made. The district assembly, for instance, the common fund, for instance, is now templated to the extent that every assembly has a quota of its common fund with regard to cut what they should do in a particular year or in a particular quarter. There are also other interventions generally to support the activities of the various health facilities. I must say that I do have a fantastic regional director of health who understand the field and always give you information about the other interventions that we are receiving from government. A lot we can do, and I can speak for Central Region. If you came to Cape Coast, you will see that the teaching hospital is still at its improvised level. Since its creation, it hasn't seen much of development. And now, if you should go there, you should see the numbers at the OPD level. It shows you that we need to, retool the existing facilities. Otherwise, we will lose the state of a teaching hospital of each time.
Odumedie no aseno Dr. Ebo Hamon ekasaye Emma Dr. Samuel Kaba awoye acting Director General at Ghana Health Service.
Of the Ghana Health Service and the Ministry of Health in general, that with respect to infrastructure and equipment sustainability, the role of administrators in achieving these ideals cannot be overlooked. And actually, because before I resume my seat, I will assure all health service administrators in the Ghana Health Service particularly, who qualify for appointment as hospital administrators, that the remaining processes for appointment will resume sooner than later.
Permit me to reiterate our displeasure on the Galamsey menace and call on government to take the appropriate measures to address this anchor to save our dear country. Subsequently, we respectfully and humbly call for immediate total ban on all small-scale mining operations, be it legal or illegal, because the adverse effect of this galamsey
Oravo I had a remember kwama no pay ka se boy di Fly TV aso ye work so anyanya no road ante message junction no ye nyina aba na wie na efiada na so na dai twa October bosumi eto na na pay ye ba metra die na de Ghana Daakye ju di so nkokora no na de ba meso ye frame so bi bo ofori amanfo so bi bo ka se bo ne de mi do asi